Greetings, fellow believers. Today I bring to you this weekly word from Proverbs chapter 11, verse 10. Proverbs 11:10. It says, "When the righteous prosper, the city rejoices. When the wicked perish, there are shouts of joy." And so I thought of this passage because today's weather, and I don't know when you're listening to this video, and I don't know where you're listening to it from, so I have no idea what your weather is, but today's weather here in Western New York is absolutely glorious, glorious weather. And at the end of winter, glorious weather brings joy to my soul and some comfort to my bones as I get older. And so as I was thinking of joy, this passage popped into my mind. And the funny thing about this passage is, to some degree, everyone brings joy to the world. Everyone does. Let me read it for you again. It says, Proverbs chapter 11, verse 10, "When the righteous prosper, the city rejoices." Yay. "When the wicked perish, there are shouts of joy." Yay. Joy. So in many ways here, the question becomes, when do the people that surround you rejoice? Are they happy for your success? Are they happy when you are doing well? Or are they just happy when they see you leave? Let me give you a hint. If they don't seem happy when you show up, they're happy when you leave. Now, what is the difference here? Well, there's two differences, right? There's two contrasts. The contrast number one, the obvious contrast, is the contrast of righteous to wicked. And so that difference is quite obvious. We know what we're talking about. If somebody is righteous, they obey the commands of God. They are seeking to live a life that is submitted to the lordship of Jesus Christ. They are obviously not within the context of Proverbs. That would be anachronistic. Christ comes much later. But throughout the whole canon of the scriptures, righteousness is obedience to God. And so we know that for the Christian, this simply means, are you seeking to love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself? If that is what you're doing, when you do well, the people around you will rejoice and do so with you. So that's where it really comes home. Is your neighbor happy for you being happy? Now, the wicked is the opposite. The wicked do what is right in their own eyes. The wicked are also perceived in the book of Proverbs as the fool. The wicked does not concern themselves with what God says we should or should not do. The wicked perceive and pursue their own ends as being of ultimate significance. It's obvious why somebody that is so self-centered, somebody that is so motivated by self, would not bring joy to their neighbors. A good man is a giving man. And a man who gives good gifts, well, his neighbors will be happy when he flourishes. And a man who's considering simply his own interests, doesn't care for his neighbors, does not perceive or pursue their good as being something of significance for him, well, of course they're not going to be happy when they flourish. So, do you bring joy with you? Do you get to experience other people's joy alongside of your joy? Or is it an opposite experience? When you're happy, are the people around you upset? And when you're upset, are the people around you happy? That's a signpost on how you live your life. Are you living your life completely devoted to the will and the word of God, seeking to love your neighbor as yourself? If you are, then by and large, the people that surround you will rejoice as you flourish. And that's a wonderful way to live. It's a wonderful way to live. I challenge you today to not simply focus on your joy, because ironically enough, as you chase joy, it's fleeting, and it will disappear over the horizon continuously as you pursue it. But if instead you pursue righteousness, well, then you not only get to experience joy as a side benefit, but you get to experience the joy of those who live near you at your success. Should you be successful? Should you pursue success? Absolutely, but not of ultimate significance. Ultimate significance is doing the will of the Father, and then all these things shall be added unto you. I hope that you have a joy-filled day, and I ask that our great God and King would bless you and keep you, that he would cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. And may you experience the joy of your neighbors at your success. Thank you.